camera and his mic turned on, and when he's ready and we see him on the screen, we will. All right, with that, if you can just raise your hands, we'll start with Mike Varell. Go ahead, Mike. If you can't unmute yourself, I will unmute you, but I think you can do it yourself. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Pete. I'm just curious about your early impressions of your freshman outside linebackers, Savell and Lolo Hea. Just what you've seen from them, whether it's on the field or strength and conditioning or just learning the system. Just what have your impressions been of them?
Yeah, effort's been really good. They're picking up the calls and what they're supposed to do. They're they're making mistakes, but they're playing hard and practicing hard and getting better. Savell's flashing out there, doing some good stuff, and so far so good. I'm pleased with their progress.
All right, we'll go to Christian Capel. Lauren will be next. Go ahead, Christian.
Hey, Pete, on Lolo Hea specifically, just where's he at physically compared to 3 years ago when he signed with you guys and then you were scouting him out of high school?
Yeah, he's still he's off season away from where he needs to be. Coming back off the mission and then the pandemic, not really getting into the workouts like we normally do it was an issue with his conditioning and where we'd like him to be, but so probably a year away.
All right, thank you. We'll go to Lauren with Ruth on deck. If you want to ask a second question, please re-raise your hand. Thank you. Go ahead, Lauren.
Hi, Pete. I was just wondering, when it comes to those younger guys as freshmen and not having kind of a typical build up to the season, is there a difference you've noticed in getting them ready for the year?
Actually, it's for the hoops we've had to jump through with Zoom meetings and the lack of physical contact practices. It's been pretty good as far as being able to get these guys the reps they need for their alignment and assignment. So it's actually been pretty good. It's now we got the shoulder pads on today, and so these guys have been going pretty good without the shoulder pads. It's been better than expected for sure.
All right, thank you. Ruth Robbins is up now, and then Masvidal will be after him. Go ahead.
Coach, I wondered about Leatu Latu and how his progression is from last year to this year, and just could you just talk a minute about how he's doing and coming along?
It's night and day in a good way. Think the Joe Tryon's progression and his improvement from being a freshman to a redshirt freshman. Leatu's farther along. He's practicing extremely well, making a lot of plays. I'm very, very impressed with him and expect big things out of him this year. It's been impressive so far.
And as a follow-up to that, I wondered also about some of the guys we haven't seen a lot from, like Braylon Trice and these younger guys.
Yeah, so Braylon is redshirt last year, and he plays with great effort, and we just got to get him more dialed with his consistency. But I mean, the effort is awesome. He shows flashes out there, and just got to keep grinding away with him.
All right, we'll go to Masvidal with Anthony Edwards on deck. A reminder to please mute yourself when you're not actually asking the question. Thank you. Go ahead, Maz, then Anthony.
Sure. Hey, Coach, I know you touched a little bit on this. Just wondering how the team has been competing, their focus, and now that they're back playing. Overall, how's the competition been?
Yeah, it's the guys. It's been awesome. We've been cooped up in our homes and not been able to get together for a long time, and now we've been doing it for a few weeks now, and the competition is good. It's guys are getting after it. A lot of enthusiasm, some good smack talk out there, and it's been awesome. These guys are dialed into it and happy to be back playing football.
Anthony, before you go, I'm going to break in for just a sec, Coach. Everybody should have the ability to record. Again, we apologize for the latecomers that we didn't get the word to you in time, but you do have the ability to record. With that, we'll go ahead and we'll move on to Anthony, who will be followed by Christian Capel. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Anthony.
Hey, Coach. I know you've had a relationship with MJ for quite a while. How has he responded to his injury, and just what have you seen from him, like, since you guys met a while ago?
Which MJ are you talking about?
Tafisi.
Okay, yeah, he's doing great. He yesterday he had a couple really nice plays in dropping in zone coverage. Should have had 2 picks, had a big one that was really impressive, and yeah, he's getting more comfortable. He's got confidence back in with his health and his body, and he looks good out there.
Thanks.
Anthony Edwards, that's the actor, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I went back to school.
All right, Christian is up right now. He'll be followed by Mike Varell, then Dan Riley. Go ahead with your question, Christian.
Pete, if you had to describe what Ryan Bowman's specialty is as an outside linebacker, like what he's best at, how do you think you'd describe that?
He's a defensive end that plays the C gap and rushes the passer. That's his specialty.
You can follow that up if you like, Christian.
Just how much better is he? What's he improved on the most over these last few years? I know he's obviously been a productive player for you guys for a while now.
You know, I mean, just probably more so, and he's been here for a long time, and you know how he can help the young guys with their transition into college. And then, you know, he's got a little bit dry sense of humor. So in meetings, you know, he can be entertaining at times. But from a football aspect, just his steadiness, you know, he's consistent guy. You know, going into this year, just really want him to, you know, take his playmaking ability to the next level.
All right, we'll go to, I believe we're at Mike Varell. Is that right, or was that the last question?
Oh, that's right. Thanks.
So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Pete, I'm wondering about Zion. It looks like he gained 14, 15 pounds this offseason. I'm wondering how that changes what he can do physically.
He looks great out there. I saw the weight the other day. It said something like 278, and my jaw dropped because he's moving. He's not moving like a 278. I mean, he looks good. And when we're dropping him in coverage, he's fluid. He's running well. He's going to lose some of that weight. I think that was a little bit of the pandemic buffet issues there, but he looks really good, really athletic. And we talked about Leatu earlier. Zion's another one that's, you know, he's taken his playmaking ability to another level. He's playing more physical. He's playing more consistent. And I really, really expect big things out of him this year too.
All right, we'll go to Dan Riley, followed by Masvidal, and then Fetters. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, hi, Pete. The other day, Jimmy Lake said that the 2 freshman rush ends, and I'm assuming that's Savell, Smalls, and Lolohea, had shown moves that he hadn't seen in a while. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not sure who he's talking about. Savell, yeah, Savell's showing up. He's flashing. He's for a freshman, he's physical. He's not afraid of contact, and you know, plays with pretty good intensity for a true freshman. And then I'm not because Jordan plays a different position. So yeah, Savell's definitely a guy that's showing up.
All right, I believe we're at Masvidal right now. Go ahead, Mas.
Coach, I just had to circle back. I know it's not about you. Coaches don't like to talk about themselves, but when you answered my question, you were smiling. How happy are you to get back into coaching, into football, given everything that's happened?
Yeah, it's you read my body language well. It's like we've been cooped up for whatever months and trying to do as much as we could. which was actually, looking back, I mean, I think we got a lot done with the time that we had with our meetings, being able to communicate with these guys and get the information to them through these Zoom meetings. And then when we were able to get back together and start actually doing 11-on-11 stuff, the guys picked it up really fast. There wasn't a ton of glaring busts. I mean, they knew where to line. They knew what they were supposed to do, their assignment. Now that we got pads on, and we're actually meeting with them in person, all the detail stuff is going to get cleaned up. But it's been really good. We've gotten a lot of stuff done over these last couple months as it started to go back and forth between when we could be together more.
All right, we'll go to Fetters, then Anthony, then Nicholas. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Coach K, I just was curious going back to Jordan Lolohea, can you talk a little bit about his journey and kind of, what you anticipated seeing from him and when you first recruited him and how he's shown up maybe the first couple of days? Yeah,
so, we recruited him out of East High School, and then we knew he was going to – there was a strong chance he was going to go on a mission, so which he did. And then, coming back off the mission, usually those guys, they need a good off season to get back in shape because they're not allowed to do anything on their missions. They get like an hour of free time, but they can't go to like workout places and stuff like that. So they're doing, if they're doing it, it's going to be push-ups. They might be able to play basketball or something like that. So he came off of that and then right into to sign the pandemic. And so he's definitely been, he hasn't been able to take advantage of that the winter and spring workouts with Saha. The spring ball would have really helped. And so, where we're at right now is he's got a little ways to go to get himself back to where he was before he went on his mission.
All right, we'll go to, I think the order is Anthony, then Nicholas, then Ruth. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey, Coach. So you've had a relationship with Jimmy for your whole time here when you've been at UW. And just what have you seen from him, evolve as a coach over the years? And did you ever anticipate Coach Peterson stepping down and this change happening?
So me and Jimmy go back to when he was a senior at Eastern Washington. I was a D-line coach at Eastern Washington back in 1998. And so I've known Jimmy for a while now. We were able to coach there. When he got done, he was a student assistant. And then we coached again at Montana State for a year. And then coached at, he came to Boise. When our DB coach left there, and we've been together ever since with Coach Pete. Now him being the head coach, just his growth as a obviously X's and O's secondary play is second to none, and then his growth as the team building. When we're younger, we all have egos, and it's all we're just young. We got all that. We got all the answers and all that, and his growth as far as the team building, stuff that we've learned from Coach Peterson over the years with team unity, that vibe that you want as a team, holding guys accountable, doing the right things, being a real man. I mean, I can go on and on, all the life skills that we've learned, and how important it is teaching these guys at this age group that they're in football is important to us. We want to win a lot of games. We want to win championships. We want to go to the national championship. We want to go to Rose Bowls. Keeping it in perspective, that this window that we got of football as a football player is very short in the grand scheme of things. And so I think, him and myself over the years has learned that from Coach Peterson is keeps us grounded. When it's going good, we're not too high. When it's going bad, we're not too low. And, keeping that even keel, and we're on to the next challenge. And so the second question, Coach Peterson, no, I had no idea or thought he was, eventually, yeah, but I thought it was a ways down the line. But when he came in and said that, and I heard that, I wasn't shocked. I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised. Just knowing him and knowing, he always would say, if you don't have the passion for what you're doing, or what, it's like the energy, and it's time for a change. And that's the one thing that Coach Pete is always, he always preached to us. He's always taught the team, everybody he's touched. It's like, you're all in for whatever you're doing, and you're giving it your all, and you got to do it with energy and passion. And for whatever reason you lose that or don't have it, it's time to do something different. And so that's what I mean by, I was, I guess, I don't know, surprised but not shocked. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. 2 more questions. We'll go to Nicholas first, and then Ruth after that. Thank you.
Hey, Coach. Having such expertise around the defensive line, what have you seen from Tuli Gasinoa so far, and how does he look to step up in his second full season?
Yeah, Tuli is an explosive guy that he's got to keep cleaning up his technique, his pad level, footwork. But he's an explosive guy. He can push the pocket. He can get off blocks and run down plays, tackle to tackle. He's a guy that expects a lot of he expects him to own the middle, and he's shown he can do it. Like everybody, we're looking for that consistency, but he could be and should be a dominant player for us.
All right, we'll go to last question for Coach. It's Ruth Robbins. Go ahead, Ruth.
Yeah, I know you hate answering questions like this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What do you think? I mean, looking at this depth you've got right now at outside linebacker, do these guys have the potential to be the strongest group you've had since being a coach at Washington?
You're talking about outside the guys in my room? You're talking about the outside linebackers?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I do. We got really good depth. We got Rhino, Leatu, Zion, played a lot of football. And then we got Braylon. Am I missing somebody there? Braylon. Trying to go through the guys in my head here. But we got guys that have played, and then we got talented guys coming in. Savell, Cooper McDonald's playing out there now for us, and then I would agree with that statement. I think this could be a special unit.
All right, with that, we'll close it out with Coach. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. Everybody else,
All right, thank you.
We'll be back shortly with one of the 2 players. So stick around. Don't.
Jeff, you're a great host.
Thanks, Coach.